It is, what day is it today? It's Wednesday. So I was supposed to go for a run yesterday and I had really bad lower back pain. I know, I'm 52, I've got to deal with it. So I didn't do the run and instead I worked on my core and my back feels amazing today. So that was good. So I wasn't sure what workout I was going to do today. So I then saw what the Garmin suggested, which was a 10-minute warm-up, and I'm over halfway into that now, followed by 3 times 6 minutes at threshold pace, which it says is 750 per mile. So I've decided to give that a shot. I'm still planning on doing the all-out park run on Saturday, just to get an accurate level of what my threshold or my lactate threshold should be about. And yeah, so I'm just going with it for now. I'm just going to get this done. I've taken a gel and I've taken my electrolyte. The whole workout itself is only about 44, 45 minutes long, so I've not got anything else with me. So I'm just going to do that run, and I'm using the Puma DV8 Nitro 2 Elite shoe for this one. It's not my fastest, but it's not a fast pace, so I'm hoping I can still get a good workout in it. But still get the assistance of the carbon plate, so we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to put this away and I'll catch up after the first set and see how we're doing. So first rep done, 2 more to go, pretty much bang on where I needed to be. I've got 2-minute recovery, so I'm just jogging that to stay loose. But that felt really good. I had to rein it in a few times, and then when I lost my concentration, I had to speed it up again. But pretty much I was always within the zone. Never did the watch tell me that I was too fast or too slow, so I was paying attention most of the time, and especially when it counted. Anyway, I've got a minute left, so I'm going to put this away, and I'll catch you at the end. Oh, it's the third one done. Third one was definitely in range, because I'll tell you why. So on the loop that I've been doing for the 6 minutes at 750, there's a run club and they've been doing short sprints, and as I came around in my last 6 minutes of 750, where I was almost about 3 minutes left, I passed them and they started at the same time I did, and they were going a lot faster. And with it being my last rep, I thought I'll stick with them for as long as I can, or until they turn around. Turns out they turn around and then I slowed right back down to get into pace. So when I last looked at it, it was like sub 6 minute pace for the stretch that I did with them. So it wasn't a lot, but it was enough to wear me out. But I still managed to keep the rest of the 6 minutes within range, so I'm pleased with that. So I think tomorrow I'm just going to take it easy and do the hilly run, because I want to do strength and conditioning. I don't want to run on the Friday because I want to do the all-out park run on Saturday. So I'll do back-to-back runs today and tomorrow, do some core work on Friday, and then be race ready Saturday, and we'll see how it goes. Anyway, hope you like this one. It's quite tasty, but not too long that it becomes a burden, so quite enjoyed it. Right then, obviously I'll put the splits up on the screen right about now. Right, see you tomorrow. Well, it is parkrun day, yay! So I didn't do back-to-back runs on Wednesday and Thursday. I ran Wednesday, obviously. Thursday I did some strength and conditioning, and Friday I thought, okay, what am I gonna do? And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna rest because I want to do an all-out park run. So I had a day of rest, and here I am today. My Garmin says I should be able to do it in about 24 minutes. I think I've probably got 22 in me. Obviously sub 21 would be a dream, so let's just see what it holds. Like I say, I just want to use this to get a more accurate lactate threshold estimate, because I don't think my heart rate zones are correct. So I'm just doing my warm-up. I've done my drills, done my activations, and I've got about 10-15 minutes, so I'm almost done, and I'm just gonna make my way over and get ready. So I'll try and get some in-race footage, and then we'll catch up at the end. But it is a lovely temperature for running. .21:43. I'll catch you in a bit. Well, good morning. So it is a long run day, and it's a bit later than normal. It's I think it's almost 10:30, almost 11. Had to walk the dogs and dry the dogs, and then had a few bits to do, so I've come out a little later. I was preparing for the worst because it's supposed to be an 80% chance of rain, but the sun's come out for the minute. I'm not living in any false hope, though. I'm assuming it's going to pee down at some point, but you know, like I say, it is what it is. You don't know what it's going to be like on race day, so you just run. So let's see, what have we got planned today then? So yes, obviously I'm doing a long run. I'm hoping to do a half marathon in zone 2. Did the all-out park run yesterday, which I say I knew I was in sub 22 shape, so, and I came in at 21:45, I believe. But the main point of doing it was to get a better average for my lactate threshold. So out of the 5k, I take the last 3 kilometers, use the heart rate from that and get an average, which gives me an average of 175. I mean, it's not science, and if you want an accurate lactate threshold reading, you need to go to a lab and get it done. But it's good enough. So that gave me a lactate threshold of 175 as my average heart rate. And when I went to adjust it in my watch, my Garmin had given me a lactate threshold of 165 based on the history of my run, so it was quite a bit out. I mean, it's still thinking that I can do a 5k in sub 24, even though I've just done one in sub 22. So it's good to do these little benchmarks just to get an idea of where you're training. So I've now updated all my heart rate zones, so I'm going to do a easy run today in zone 2 after I finish my warm-up. And I think where I was struggling to stay below, I think it was 140 was my zone 2 run, sub 140. I think I should find it a lot easier now, because it'll be about the 144 mark, which is where I'm comfortable. Anyway, enough about that. Let's try and get this run done while the sun is shining. So I'm doing the up and over today. Because of the rain we had, I know down the flat it's going to be quite wet, and I hate running with wet feet, even though I'm probably going to get rained upon any minute. So I've just walked up this hill, mainly because the goal of this run is to be in zone 2, and just walking up the hill kept me in zone 2. Normally I would have run it and not bothered about the heart rate going into zone 3. However, with the all-out park run yesterday, I don't need a zone 3, so it's now back within range. I've still got to go uphill, but hopefully I can keep it within zone 2. We'll see. So it's now hit my turnaround point, so if I go back now I'll do the half marathon, which is fine. That's as much as I need to do for this training block. After all, it is only a 10k. I'm just looking back there and out there, and it's a case of whether I'd get back before it starts raining. I already assumed I was going to get soaked anyway, so it makes no difference, but it would be nice to get back semi-dry. So anyway, let's put this away and see if I can beat the rain. But so far, since I've adjusted the lactate threshold from 165 to 175, my heart rate zone has gone from, my heart rate zone 2 is 137 to 151, which I'm finding really comfortable to run in zone 2 in, whereas before my zone 2 ended at 141, which I was struggling, and I knew it wasn't right, which is why I did the all-out 5k. Like I say, unless you want to, if you want an accurate lactate threshold reading, you need to go to a lab. Garmin's estimate was way off by 10 heartbeats. I mean, I did the 5k all out and used the last 3k's average heart rate. It's not science, but it's a good indicator of where you are, and I feel so much more comfortable running in my zone 2 now. So like I say, I mean, you've got the technology, you need to use it, but just don't use blind faith in it. You need to work with what you've got, and like I said, I knew from the 5k prediction that I was faster than that, which is what led me to believe that my lactate threshold settings, which then resulted in all my zone settings, to be inaccurate. If yours is correct, then great, it's probably spot on, but it's worth, don't just use it blind faith and assume everything it's doing is right. I'm using the heart rate zone so I can get the most out of my running. Like I say, a lot of the times I've been running to feel because my fitness wasn't there, but now I need to build my base, and building my base is running in zone 2. And if my heart rates are off, I'm running in the wrong zones, which means I'm not getting the most bang for my buck when it comes to my runs. And that's why my focus is going to be now. I'm 2 weeks out from the Eastbourne Tempo 10k, and at the moment I think I'm probably in 44 to 45 minute shape, but it is a tough course. Most of it is uphill with a very steep downhill and a flat. It's on the coast, so if it's anything like last year where there was a really strong wind, it's going to be a hard day in the office. So at the moment, based on where my fitness is today, I'd be happy to finish that in about 45 minutes. But like I say, it's just going to be a tune-up race. I'm just going to go give it my best shot, with my ultimate goal as being the Brighton 10k in November. So I've got plenty of time to dial in for that. Alright then, so let's put this away and get cracking. So just walking up this extremely steep stretch, and the heart rate's still too high. So going forward now, I'm going to be doing an all-out park run pretty much every 4 weeks, just to reassess my fitness levels. I feel I'm now at the stage where, as my fitness changes, I need to make sure that I'm training correctly to match my fitness level. I'm not just gonna stick with the desired zones and settings now, because I know in 4 or 5 weeks that will have changed, because I will have been fitter. It's worth remembering that you need to continually evolve and adapt your training to match your current fitness level. Well, didn't quite beat the rain. I've got about 0.7 miles to go before I'm home, and it's started to come down on quite a heavy drizzle. And you know what, it's quite refreshing. Feeling really nice and cool. I've had to do some walking as well on the way back, because my heart rate's getting really high. As opposed, when I say really high, it's hopping into zone 3. I had to walk past the they've got a motorbike thing down at the seafront, and it was so busy, but I had to walk through that lot, which was fine because my heart rate was spiking then as well. And it's not spiking at the moment, but I thought I'd take this opportunity to enjoy the rain. But yeah, I've had to walk. I know why I've had to walk. It's because I've got the fatigue from yesterday's park run in my legs. So it's feeling a little harder today, but that is the only reason why. It still feels like a really good run, and I've really enjoyed it. But that's why it's had to walk. I never pause my watch for anything, even when I stop at lights or anything. So even though my average mile pace can be quite high sometimes, I know that the actual running side itself has been sub 10-minute miles, and sometimes even in the high 9-minute miles at towards the very start. But yeah, half marathon in, feels really comfortable. I've got another 4 weeks before I reassess everything again with another all-out park run, and I've got the Tempo 10k in 2 weeks today. So there's quite a lot happening in the next few weeks. So I'll keep doing some more training. I'm gonna do some high mileage next week and then drop it down again for the race week. It's not a goal race, but I don't want to be running an extremely difficult 10k course on tired legs. So I'll do a couple of light runs during that week, but next week I'll do some hills, because I need to do some hills. I might do 2 hill sessions and then another half marathon at the end of the week. And then the week after that, I'll look at how to take it easy, include some speed work. Just nothing too heavy, because obviously that's going to be race week. So that's a wrap. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you all later. Bye.